stop the night with you, did he?
Nope, sorry.
Have you got any idea where he is?
No, sorry, say don't open up, will you?
It's just that Craig's been fretting about him all night.
Hey, Kev. Sorry, what are you doing there? You've been here all night? I had nowhere else to go.
You've got home to go to. Look at you, you're in a right state. You should have come home.
I'll come home when you see sense about our Katie. If she's part of your life, then I'm not.
What about Craig, eh? Is he not in your life either? You're pathetic, Tommy. You're stubborn, pig-headed, pathetic and stupid.
Oh dear. Shut it, Tyrone.
You heard what Miss Sharma said?
Yeah, well, she might have been wrong.
Well, she was wrong. She said she was wrong.
I mean, she might have been wrong when she thought that she was wrong.
I didn't have to marry Tracy.
We don't know that, not for certain. Look, we've got an appointment to see this other solicitor. There's no point in us getting worked up until we know for sure. I'm going to be late. Kevin, are you coming?
No. Just tell Barbara I'll be late. You know, monthlies. Well, no, actually. You won't know, will you?
I know that you had them last week and the week before that. We need to think up some new excuses, Kevin.
Look, all I'm saying is, what can you expect? She's hardly the type to sit at home down in socks and making jam.
So she was just the type, actually.
Who?
Hayley.
Keep up, Steve. Talk about your mother.
Oh, sorry, did you come with operating instructions? Because if you did, I haven't read them.
Look, all I'm saying is, if your dad's in prison for years and years, then it's no wonder because they're getting took from time to time.
That is my mother you're talking about there.
Yes, I know. And she's a slapper, and he needs telling. I mean, he knows that she's messing around with that fella,
Laurie.
Yeah, so it's not as if you're telling him something he doesn't already know, is it?
Still going to hurt him, though, isn't he?
It's going to hurt him a lot more if you tell him nothing's going on and then he comes out of prison and she's shacked up with this fella, tropical fish tank and matching bedside cabinets.
Would you wait for me if I went inside?
Get real, Steve.
I don't see why I can't come with you.
It's a Newton and Ridley party. Have you ever been one of the licensees?
No.
Well, I have, which is why I've been invited and why I'm going.
Well, how do I know you're really going to this party? You might be going to meet your Steve or visit Jim.
If I was, I'd tell you. Laurie, I've warned you, I don't like possessive men. Here's the invite. See for yourself.
I'm sorry, I'm just... Did he say anything about me? Your Steve?
No, why should I?
Well, I would, if I found out my mother had a new boyfriend.
You're not my boyfriend.
We went to bed together.
Once. And I've told you, it's not going to happen again. I regret it ever did.
Well, I've no regrets.
It's dead and buried. If you want me to stay working here...
You know I do.
Then forget it.
So, what does Gran know about Wally?
Just that we found out that he was married and he's not a millionaire.
So she doesn't know about me and him, then?
Oh, listen, Tracy, love, she nearly had a heart attack when I told her that Peter was a bigamist. If she finds out that her boyfriend was cheating on her with her own granddaughter, it's liable to finish her off completely. I mean, I know I call her, but I don't want to see her in a box just yet.
You know, in a funny sort of way, I've missed her.
Yeah, so have I. But don't you dare tell her I said that.
So when do you think I should tell her about the baby?
Oh, wait till after lunch. Let her settle a bit. Ah, here they are. Hello, I'm back. Oh, hello. No. Where's Ken?
He dropped me off. Said he had to go into town.
Oh, it's good to have you back.
Welcome home, Gran.
Well, there's no need to ask what you've been up to. Who's the father?
What? Laurie, I've told you I don't want to talk about it. I've said all I'm saying. Just leave it, will you?
Big hair, short skirt, and fella trouble. Could only be Liz MacDonald.
Bet!
The one and only.
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I've just spoke to me dad.
Ah, right. And what did you say?
Said my mum was playing away.
Ouch. Well, last
You were in Brighton.
Well, I still am in Brighton. I've got an interest in a little place down there. Small, but select. How about you? Last I heard, you got back with Jim when he went in prison.
That's right, yeah. And we're both still behind bars. Only he gets lights out at 10, I chuck out at 11:30. I'm working here now in Blackpool. Jim was transferred to an open prison a few months back, so I got a job close by and I visit him whenever I get the chance.
Can't be easy.
Whenever was life easy?
So, who was the fella? Oh,
Long story.
best told over a couple of gins in that case. Well, it's supposed to be a brewery, do I reckon there should be a bar or two about the place.
Hey, I only came to get out at pub. I am so glad you're here. A friendly face.
I don't see many of them these days. Oh, talking of unfriendly faces. Is that Fred Elliott over there?
Oh, yeah.
Find bar, quick, before he spots us.
Hello, ladies. Look who it is.
Fred, fancy seeing you here. What a surprise.
I was invited by Cecil Newton. We go way back. Just look at you, pair.
Easy, Tiger.
You two ladies. Beautiful blooms, oh yes. I am glad to see you two. I were beginning to think it was just a lot of fat old fellas in suits.
Well, Liz and I were just seeking out the nearest watering hole.
Well, then, if you'll let me accompany you, under my patronage, you will not have to get your purses out.
Well, actually, Fred, I think you'll find the brewery's paying for all drinks.
Oh, is it? Oh, never mind that. Shall we?
I never thought I'd be surprised at how you got up to. But this, I wouldn't have thought Roy Cropper were capable. Mind you, they say it's the quiet ones you have to watch. You'll not remember your Uncle Roland. Well, I say uncle. He were only married to your Auntie Beryl from Lent till Easter. Ran off with the barmaid from the Toad and Ferret, and we all thought he were temperance. Sort of fella you never even noticed when he walked into a room. Just like Roy Cropper. He collected butterflies, I think, or were it stamps? Why, Tracy, you could have had any fella you wanted. Why Roy Cropper?
It was a bet.
A bet? How much did you win?
A penny?
A penny? I wouldn't have done it for £1 million. A penny? And a baby?
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to get pregnant.
Show me a woman who does.
Oh, don't mind me. I always knew I wasn't planned.
And that's another question I want answered.
What?
Why are you keeping it? I'd have thought you'd have wanted to get rid quick as you could.
Well, guilt. I don't know. Anyway, I've talked it through with Roy and Hayley, and they're going to bring it up.
They're what?
It's all sorted.
And you're happy about this?
No, but it's not up to me, is it? It's Tracy's child.
And your grandchild, and my great-grandchild. Oh, no. I'm not having this baby brought up by two men, even if one of them does wear a frock.
Mother!
Don't you mother me. It's a good job I'm back. What with Peter dashing about, marrying women and having secret babies, and Tracy landing herself in trouble. Honestly, Deirdre, have you no control over your family?
I see many faces that my father and I haven't seen for a few years, so I'm sure you'll all want to catch up with old friends. One other thing, the bar is now cash only. Enjoy your afternoon.
Didn't take long for the free bar to run out then.
No. Good job with such a gentleman as Fred here.
Good job indeed. Do you know what? I feel like champagne.
Oh, do you think we should?
Why not? It is a special occasion. Isn't that right, Fred?
Tis that. I'll fetch us a bottle.
He's harmless enough. Have you seen anyone you like the look of?
This lot, you've got to be joking.
Shame. We could have got hitched up. Sneaked off and right the big one.
Same old bet. I'll tell you something, I've not had much to smile about lately.
Oh, well, you know why that is, don't you?
Why?
You're an independent woman with a mind of your own who still wants a fella to treat you like a princess. There's thousands of us, love. and we never have much to smile about. In the end, we just paint the smile on each day.
Like clowns.
What do you say we ditch Fred? Find a quiet corner, I'll get us a couple of large gins and we'll save on the tonics by scracking in them.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put a dampener on the party.
Hey, this is your Auntie Bet. I know you, lady, and I care. Come on.
Elizabeth Teresa Lynch, as I live and breathe.
Cecil, are you still living and breathing?
I wasn't 5 minutes ago when my boring son was droning on. But the sight of you's put new life in my old bones. Who's this lovely young lady?
Liz MacDonald. Liz, this is Cecil Newton.
How do you do?
Widower, chairman of the board, 3.6 million in the bank, 70 years young and all my teeth are my own.
Oh, nice.
Bet, you look amazing. Like a fine wine, you improve with age. Are those real?
I've never been asked that before.
The diamonds. No, they're not, are they? It's a bit of a hobby of mine, diamonds. Comes to being a bit of a rough one myself. You should come up and see my collection. I've got some amazing ones would look wonderful hanging around that neck of yours.
Diamonds, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they are meant to be a girl's best friend.
So you're saying you were given the wrong legal advice by a member of my team?
Well, I wouldn't say...
Yes, we were. I'm sorry. I don't want to get Miss Sharma into any unnecessary trouble, but the facts are, based on her advice, I went through with a marriage I didn't have to. I want an annulment.
An annulment?
I believe that's the correct term.
Yes, it is. I'm afraid it's not as simple as that, Mr. Cropper. You may seek and be granted an annulment, but in doing so, you would be withdrawing all rights to your unborn child. Would you be wanting to do that?
No, I wouldn't.
In that case, I suggest you leave things as they are. You're married to the mother of your unborn child. Marriage does heighten your rights once the baby's born.
But Roy would have had those rights even if he hadn't married Tracy.
The parental responsibility agreement would have given him that.
Well, he can get divorced though, can't he?
Not until a year has elapsed.
So, I didn't have to marry Tracy, but I did, and now I'm trapped.
Well, I think we should leave this place and go into town. I know a nice club would make us very welcome.
But it's your party.
Well, not really. I'm just an old codger. They wheel out every now and again. Philip does the business, all the meetings, the decisions. I can't be bothered. I'd rather spend my time with an old friend like Fred or two luscious lovelies like yourselves. To the ladies.
To the ladies!
Here you are, Father. There's a phone call for you.
Well, can't you deal with it?
No, it's your bookmaker.
Oh, well, I best deal with it myself then. If you'll excuse me. Bet, I hope this isn't a flying visit.
Actually, I had planned on staying a few nights.
Oh, splendid. You can stay with me. I'll get my car to take you up to the Grange.
No. You see, the thing is
Actually, Bet's agreed to stay with me a few nights at the Black Dog.
Oh, well, that's not one of our houses, is it?
No, free house.
Oh, splendid. Well, I shall know where you are. I'll contact you very shortly, my dear.
I look forward to that.
Hey, you're well in there.
Can you imagine if I'd have stayed at the Grange? I bet none of them bedroom doors have got locks on them.
He's always been the same as Cecil. He's never changed, Randy, old goat. You best keep well out of grabbing distance. Oh, now, I've got something here you might well be interested in. I've a caravan off the South Shore. Now, I'm not using it myself, so you're welcome to it. Just leave the keys at the site office. Well, I shall be around for a few days on a spot of business, so we'll bump into each other, eh?
Hey, yo, Craig's over there. All right, mate. Good day at school.
You coming home?
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't. You don't understand.
Yes, I do. Look, come on tonight. I'll stay out of the way, please. You can talk to Mum on your own.
Look, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Because if you were sorry, you'd come back. I hate this. You not at home, Kate live with Martin, and your mum rowing all the time. You say you're sorry, but if you were, you'd stop it. You'd all stop it.
Craig? What we said to him?
No. He asked me if I was coming home.
And you said no. How could you, Tommy? Upsetting me is one thing, but upsetting Craig? I hope you're proud of yourself.
Gotta get this sorted out, you know.
Oh, no. Look, I just need a few more days.
Yeah, well, you can't sleep in the garage, mate. It's not safe. Look, you can keep on our settee just for a couple of days, all right?
Oh, cheers.
Back to work.
Excuse me, Roy, Haley. I've been hearing all sorts about you.
All sorts?
About your plans concerning my great-grandchild.
Roy's baby.
Not yet, it's not. It's inside Tracy, so it's still hers as far as I'm concerned. And if I'd been here when all this nonsense started, I'd have made sure she'd have done away with it by now.
Done away with it? That's a terrible thing to say.
Tracy's not fit to be a mother. And you two can kid yourselves all you like, but you're weird by anybody's standards. He looks like he should be crayoning something. And you can call yourself what you like. But I'm not letting any fella who wears women's underwear anywhere near my flesh and blood. You may think you've conned me granddaughter into handing over her baby, but you'll get that baby over my dead body.
Well, now we know where Tracy gets it from.
Oh, you can't beat it, can you?
I'd have thought you'd have had enough sea air in Brighton.
No, it's not like this in Brighton. No, you can't beat Blackpool. Candy floss, cockles, beer and donkeys. I close my eyes and I'm a little girl again. Running across the beach, dodging waves and eating butties full of sand.
Hey, I used to see this lad from here. Oh, Trevor something. And he once threatened to throw himself off tower if I wouldn't marry him.
What did you do?
I told him, jump. I can't be doing with emotional blackmail. Besides, Trevor was just a bit too reliable. Only exciting thing he ever did was threaten to jump. I think he got a job selling insurance.
I don't do safe. You see, I like not knowing where I stand. It keeps me on my toes, keeps me young.
But don't you get tired of it all, though? Don't there come a time when you want to just relax and kick off your shoes and give in to it all?
I'll relax enough when I'm 6 feet under. I'm like this place. When the dark nights start drawing in and the illuminations sparkle. Just like me.
Hello? Hey, Dad. You're joking? I'm on my way.
I thought you'd come back early to help me downstairs.
It's my day off. I just want to have a few drinks and set the world to rights with Bet. Is that all right?
I suppose.
Is it okay if she stays a few nights?
I've told you. I want you to think of this place as your home. I'll only be downstairs if you need me.
Seems all right.
Why is life so complicated?
Would you be happy if it were easy? I know I wouldn't. I had this friend once. She used to say there's nought in this life worth having unless you've got to fight to get it. She were a redhead. In fact, she used to live in your old house.
I should have stayed in Coronation Street.
Things change. People change.
Does it? I'm not so sure. You know, when I was going to marry Jim again, he pleaded with me not to be tied to him. He didn't want me to be alone, waiting for him to come out of prison. He wanted me to get on with my life.
Very big of him.
Yeah. Well, I told him he was talking rubbish, that I'd wait forever if I had to. He had the measure of me, all right. I love him. Honest, I do. I always have. But I get so lonely, Bet. I'm no good on my own. I need someone to be with, someone to talk to. I need a man in my bed. Does that make me sound cheap?
Well, if it does, I'm in bargain bucket with you.
So, you and this Laurie?
He's kind, generous. I came to work here, resident barmaid. I knew he fancied me. He gave me a buzz. We flirted. I went to bed with him, just the once.
Only the once? Were it like London, not worth going there twice?
He wasn't Jim. I'd held out for nearly 3 years and I felt so guilty. Now I can hardly bear to look at him.
Get another job.
Oh, I'm tired of moving from job to job, bedsit to bedsit. I just want to stay in the same place for a few months. I can handle Laurie. Like I say, he's a nice man. He takes no for an answer. He may not like it, but he respects me. Thing is, I don't respect myself anymore.
You back early?
Yeah, I've not been working.
Wish I hadn't. Baldwin's been on my back all day. Who's this?
Karen, this is my dad. Jim.
What about you, Karen?
But you're in prison.
No, he's not. He's escaped.